Mikey is back in, what does he bring to a group?
Oh, so many things. I'll just start with the leadership, in the locker room, around the team. But then everybody's looking for that dependable, physical, defensive defenseman, and that's what Mikey is. Night after night, he makes mistakes like everybody else is going to, but he keeps his to a minimum, and he's just somebody you rely on. Sorry.
Possible.
Just an example of like guys when they say, we all know their ceilings, but make sure the basement isn't too low either.
Right. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one either. Yeah. No, with Mikey, you know what you're getting for the most part. Has his good games. His bad games are never basement games, I guess, if you want to say it that way. And he'll be a tremendous addition to the team. It looks like he's going to go again with Kempe. Still got a couple things, hurdles to get over, but we're pretty optimistic.
If he comes after him, who's gonna come out if Mikey's in?
Still haven't made that final decision. We'll talk about that with as coaches here this afternoon. We've only got 21 on our roster, so we'll see what that looks
You're
like.
still thinking 11-7 versus 12-6?
It could be. I'm not sure, but it could be 11-7 even. Yeah.
After the Dallas game, you talked about wanting to match New York's desperation as a team fighting for a playoff spot. In your eyes, what does a desperate LA Kings team look like, especially early in games?
Well, I think, and Foxy's mentioned the physicality, and to be physical, it's usually on the forecheck is where you want to be physical. You need to be physical in D zone, but that means you're playing on your own end. So you want to be physical on the forecheck. And if there was a piece of our game missing against Dallas was putting pressure on their defensemen. We did it in the first 30 seconds of the game, and once or twice after that, the rest of the game. So that's what's missing. So when you see us physical on the forecheck, especially with F1, getting contact, then you'll know that we're playing desperate.
You've gone to.
I was talking to PL just about how maybe these last two games will get the team going in that playoff mindset, kind of. What's like a big indicator to you that the team is really transitioning into that mindset?
Good question, too. I think, we talked about the forecheck, and you can just see it and feel it and sense it. Line changes on and off the ice quickly, around their goalie, scrums around their goalie, on top of their goaltender. Some of the things that we saw Dallas do to us after we scored the goal, and we're feeling like we're on our heels because the other team they might not be scoring, but they're pushing you. They're in your zone. You feel like you're on your heels. So when we get on our toes, there's a feeling there. There's a confidence that goes with it. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 lines going in that direction. Now you feel like you got something, and that never guarantees the outcome. But it feels like we're in it.
Anything about Kempe and Dubois when you do go to those two guys together that should mesh in their games that maybe brings out a greater sum hold in some of the
Yeah. I don't know. They haven't played that much together. I don't even know that it's so much about the chemistry of those players. It's if you think about Laff, Kempe, and Dubois, all three of them should be able to get on the forecheck, as we talked about here. All three of those. So that should be a hard forechecking line that really can create chaos. They all skate really well, and so that's what we're looking at. The part that I talked about, F1 on the forecheck, creating some physicality, some intensity early. Never mind anything else that that line does, because usually just build off of that. Good things come after that later. That's what we should see out of that line, those three.
Any lessons learned from the last time you faced the Islanders?
Well, different coaching staff, so they've changed. They've certainly changed some of their structure a little bit. It's been a long time, so I know what happened in that game. We'll just leave that one behind. That was a long time ago. We are focused completely on responding from the last game that we played and coming with the energy tonight.